morning, Year 2. It's Tuesday, the 2nd of March, and it's time for our maths. So, here's Bob. Bob's ready to warm up, and I'm very cold today after such a lovely weekend. It's a bit cold this morning, so I need to warm up. I need to get my brain warm and active. So, Bob is ready. Let's have a look what he's asking us to do. So, today we're looking in the warm-up at numbers that are bigger. So, he's given us two different numbers, and we need to work out which is the biggest number. Now, to help you, if you just go to page 10 in your books, we've got that 100 square, haven't we, to help us, okay? This isn't the page we're doing, but this is just to help us for our warm-up. So, which number is the biggest? So, the first two numbers, it says 17 or 24. 17 or 24. Which one is the biggest? So have a look where 17 is on your 100 square. Have a look where 24 is. You can see by which one comes first. That would mean it's the smallest number. If it's the number that comes after, we know that it's the largest number or the biggest number. So which number is the biggest? 17 or 24? 24. Well done. Next one. Which number is the biggest? 32 or 46? 32 or 46? Use your 100 square to help you. Is 32 bigger than 46 or is 46 bigger than 32? And you should have circled 46 because 46 is a larger number, a bigger number than 32. The next two numbers is 3 or 0. So out of 3 and 0, which one is the biggest number? Which one? Now, you probably don't need your 100 square for this, but there we are, 0, right at the start of our numbers. And there's number 3. So we know that this is the smallest number that we start with when we're counting. So that tells us that 3 is the bigger number. So 3 is the biggest number. Let's move on. Which number is the smallest? Oh, so we're looking at the smaller number. So coming down the 100 square or down the number line. So 7 or 9? 7 or 9, which is the smallest number? You might want to draw 7 circles on one side, 9 on the other, and see which has the least amount in. That's right, 7 is the smallest number. Our next two numbers are 13 or 4. 13 or 4, which is the smallest number? So 13 is a 2-digit number, and there's 4, a single digit. So just have a look. Which one do you think is the smallest number? That's right, number 4. And the last one, oh no, we've got 2 more, sorry. The next one is 27 or 19. 27 or 19, which is the smallest number out of those? Thinking back to our 10s and 1s, this has got 1 10 and 9 1s, and this has got 2 10s and 7 1s. So this is our smallest number. And the last one, 8 or 12, which is the smallest number out of 8 or 12? So if we look at this, 12, we've got 1 10 and 2 1s, but here, 8, we've got no 10s and just 8 1s. So actually the smallest number is number 8. Number 8. Well done. Let's have a look at what we're going to do today. Oh, so can I order objects and recognise patterns? Can I order objects and recognise patterns? And we're going to be looking at page 18 and page 19 today in your books. 18 or 19. Okay. So, order objects. So how could we order things? We can order things by shape, by size, by biggest, smallest, lots of different ways that we can order things. And then we're also recognising patterns. So think about, what is a pattern? What does a pattern need to do to make it a pattern? So we look at shapes. How are we going to make those two shapes a pattern? What would we need to do? We'd need to repeat it, wouldn't we? So we are looking at ordinal numbers, and that defines a position. Okay, so we're looking at these numbers here, and it's first, second, third, and fourth. And you may have heard that language on sports days when we're having a race. So if we look here, this one says first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and 10th. Okay, so let's have a look. Oh, we've got a finish line here, and we've got some dogs. We've got some dogs, and it looks like those doggies are racing to the finish line. Who's going to be first in the race? Who's going to be second? Who's going to be third? And that's where I need your help. So here's our finish line at the end. So which dog is first to finish? Which dog is the first over the line? Can you show me? That's right, this dog is the first dog over the line. It's the first dog to finish the race. So this dog is first. He came first. This one says second. Which dog is second place? So that means they didn't come first, they were the next one. Have a think. Would it be this dog or this dog? We know it's not this doggy because they have come first. They've already started to pass that finish line. That's right. Second place would be this dog because he's just behind the first dog. Whereas this doggy has got another two doggies in front of him. So that wouldn't make him first or second. Okay. So what would that make him? That's right, it'd make him third. He is third in the race. Well done. So if we look at your books here, on page 19, you've got something very similar. You've got a finish line. And you need to work out which animal was first, second, third, and fourth. You've got an extra one on there. You've got fourth place. Okay, so you need to have a look at which ones come first, second, third, and fourth. Now, Mrs. O'Keefe's got a flat here. And when we're looking at those ordinal numbers, we're not just looking at racing. We're not just looking at first, second, third in a race. So here is the first floor. That's the first floor of the flats. Here is the second floor. So you've got the first floor, the second floor. What floor would this be? Let's just count. 1, 2, 3. So it would be the third floor. The third floor. So we've got first, second, third. Now the very, very top floor is the last floor on this block of flats. So that is number 1, number 2, number 3. This one's going to be 4. So we'd say that this is the first level, the second level, the third level, and the very, very top level is the fourth level. Okay, so it's just another way of showing you how we can use first, second and third. It's not just in races that we would do that. So let's move on to pattern. Now I did say that pattern, it would be involving shapes, but we can also make a pattern using numbers, okay? So today I've got square, circle, triangle, square, circle, triangle, and that's a pattern because look, there's a sequence there, square, circle, triangle, and they have then repeated that same sequence again, square, circle, triangle. So if I wanted to carry that pattern on, I'd need to put another square, then another circle, then another triangle. So I also said that you can make a pattern using numbers. Okay, so here we've got number 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, but then we've repeated that number, those numbers, to make a sequence, a pattern. So 2, 3, 4, let's repeat it, 2, 3, 4. If I wanted to repeat it, I'd go 1, 2, 3. Is that right? No, I'm sure you're all screaming at me at the screen going, no, Mrs. O'Keefe, you got it wrong. So 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So we are repeating those numbers. So let's just move on to this because it says here, can you continue the pattern? Okay, so this is when I'm going to need my pen. If you want to do it with your whiteboard, you can. So I've got a square, circle, square, circle. Then I think I might do a heart. Does that sound about right? Am I following the pattern? Not, am I, year 2? It goes square, circle, square, circle. Then I'd need to draw a square. Then I need to draw a circle. Let's just have a look. Square, circle, square, circle, square, circle. What comes next? Square, circle. Let's try again. Are we ready? Square, circle, square, circle, square, circle, square, circle. Well done. Square, and then a circle. So I've repeated that sequence of those shapes to make a pattern. Let's look at the next one because that's just using 2 shapes. We can use more than 2. Here we've got 3 shapes, 3 different shapes. We've got triangle, rectangle, square. Triangle, rectangle, square. What would I need next? What would I need next? Let's just have a look. We've got a triangle, rectangle, then we've got a square. Then we've got a triangle, rectangle, square. Then I need triangle. Oh, let me get my pen working. There's my triangle. Then I need a rectangle. Your drawings are going to be much clearer than Mrs. O'Keefe's. Triangle, rectangle, and the last shape I need to finish my sequence is a square. Absolutely fantastic, year 2. You're working really, really hard. Now in your book, question 3 is just the same. We are following on that pattern, okay? So you just need to carry on the drawing. Make sure you send pictures of your working last week to go at home learning, then we'll be back together very, very soon. Keep it up, year 2. Well done.